Hey music fans! As a roadie, I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road, and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios, and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie, and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. So we did have some computer problems, and I lost my friend Kelly. We chatted for a little bit, and we figured we'd do it again another day when we had our batteries rejuvenated. And so there's a couple tracks I'm going to play for you guys more with Kelly. Kelly Kelso is in tour and merch management. She's worked for artists like Kid Rock, Primus, the Doobie Brothers, Steven Tyler, Justin Timberlake, Guns N' Roses, Kings of Leon, Blink-182, Chris Stapleton, Fish, Three Doors Down, Alice Cooper, Garth Brooks, and the Dave Matthews Band. She's about to go back out on the road with Three Doors Down. Anyway, let's jump into this. Let's see what she has to say of V.O.B. Okay, so we had some computer issues, and so we logged off, but we're back here. We're going to do a couple more. And I thought it'd be fun to play a band called Voice of Baceprot, or V.O.B. And I'm kind of new to them, but I love their stage presence, their vibe. The song you're going to be familiar with, it's a cover, so we'll jump into it together, and you can see what you think of their rendition of one of my favorite songs. So let's give it a go and see what you have to say, Ellie. Oh, did you stop it?
I didn't stop it. Is that a Metallica cover you're
I
doing?
don't know what we were going into. Whatever.
Yeah,
that must
that sounds like that Metallica tune.
Okay, so what'd you think?
Oh man.
Oh man.
To cover fucking Rage Against the Machine. I've heard a million covers of it. The only issue I love an SG. Okay. She didn't have the kill switch. I get she's not Tom Morello. She's not gonna have the same like stage presence. You know, it's hard. That's a hard band to cover.
Oh yeah.
And especially with English not being your first language, which doesn't really, it wouldn't matter, but I don't want to see somebody standing and singing that song. I want to see somebody raging to that song. Like if you're going to cover that song, you better be, I want to see bloody knuckles. I want to see headscarves flying off. I want to see, you know what I mean? I want to see some sweat. And I just feel like they did it because it's like, it's a crowd pleaser. It's like, if you asked anybody my age what the national anthem probably should be, it's that song.
I'm a huge fan too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and like, I've seen Tom Morello like shred and she can shred, like she's got the chops to do it. And like,
So
I totally understand not having like the kill switch. Again, the gear is just different, but it's like, again, if you're going to cover that tune, like you need to leave all the balls on the stage and not like just standing there doesn't do that tune justice. Not, you know,
need more stage presence.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But instrumentally
they can play that bass player. I mean, everybody, they got it, you know, they've got like the chops for it. It just, and that's the thing is like seeing it live, I'm sure is different than watching that on the internet.
Yeah. I just love the literal universal appeal that these women from Indonesia are now covering this track, you know,
which they should like women full garb. Absolutely. Like I'm behind them 130 fucking %. But like, I don't want to sound like insensitive, but it's like that garb almost goes against what you're singing about.
Well, then the other side of the the other side of the coin is that you're sticking to your traditional values, yet stepping out of a familiar boundary to the masses.
Oh, which is rock and roll all in itself. And like,
it's pretty rock and roll. I mean, there's a lot of condemnation that you would think would possibly come their way, especially with her doing all the FUs. I mean,
I think they could have taken it a step farther and like,
Well,
Had
if you
they,
want them to start ripping off their head coverings and stuff, but the problem with that is we're now breaking down their religious identity, which we're unaware of.
sure,
I'm assuming.
sure, no, and that's the thing is like that could be a comfort for that. Like I totally understand that being a comfort for them in the case. It,
Well, it's
do your
more than
thing. I don't.
comfort. It's probably a doctrine. It's difficult. We don't
But
know
if
these
if
people.
it's the doctrine, then they should be ripping that shit off playing that song. If it's a personal, you know what I mean? When it's a personal thing, I'll never say, but you know what I mean? I'm not going to come for you. But if somebody's telling them they have to wear that and they're playing that tune wearing that and they don't want to be wearing that, they should be ripping that shit off.
Well, to be martyred afterwards. But nonetheless, I mean, I'm jumping. But maybe they don't want to have it ripped off. I mean,
And then that's fine too, but then get a kill switch. And really knock it out of the park. But like, I don't see bloody knuckles. I don't see, I didn't see anybody jumping around. I mean, the drummer was getting it for sure, but like they can only do so much from behind the kit.
yeah, I just think instrumentally they're great. And I love how little they are. They're like
they are little. That is a very big song for a bunch of, but it's like that rage, like you see that they have it and it's just like being like they're not putting it all out there. To where if they did, I would have already known these guys already.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So we just got one more here. I'm going to bring you back full circle to a band called Nightwish. And you can let me know what you think of another track of them. Are we game?
We're game.
Let's do it. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I now have a Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, and even a Patreon. The Patreon you can join for as little as $1. The handle on all of them, it's of course, Joel Roadie. I'll see you guys on the next one.